There's a reason everyone's talking about Trombone Champ. Ladies and gentlemen, Trombone Champ. It took me seeing 2 clips of this game for me to rush to Steam, of all things, and purchase this game for $14.99. I do not play games via Steam. My laptop is not... This is my literal laptop. It's not bad, but it's not great for games on Steam. And even less so for me to stream games or capture footage on Steam, which is why all the footage you're watching is me literally taking my Canon M50 and aiming the lens directly at the screen. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it. I couldn't get it to work. Jeez, this thing's falling apart. Maybe I do need a new laptop. It reminds me of the joy of playing all those great rhythm games of the late 90s to early 2000s. I mean, and I couldn't tell you exactly where it started. Maybe it was Guitar Freaks, I think, was the first one for me. And then from Guitar Freaks, it turned into Guitar Hero along the same lines. That's around when we got Dance Dance Revolution. And then we had Bust a Move, or it was Bust a Groove in the US. I played it first as Bust a Move in the, for the import, the PlayStation 1. And it seemed like about that time, there was usually 2 or 3 like rhythm games that they would have for any console at the time. And then along the way, they just kind of faded away. You know, Guitar Hero and Rock Band, they became their own thing, and Rocksmith came out after a while. And that's just in the US. In Japan, rhythm games are still pretty popular, especially in the arcade. You go to any of those places like Round 1 or maybe your local retro game convention, and they might have some of these just crazy arcade machines. You're just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but they're all music-based. And as much as I loved Old School Musical for the Switch, one of the last great rhythm games I think that was popular enough was probably that Final Fantasy Theatrhythm? Rhythm? You know what I mean. And that's going to be a remake or coming soon or something like that too. I'm looking forward to that. But then kind of out of nowhere, we get this game called Trombone Champ, which also kind of reminded me back in the days when we had Guitar Hero, and then everyone's like joking around saying, oh, next we're going to get Didgeridoo Hero, or we're going to get like Ukulele Hero, or we're going to get Bagpipes Hero, or something like that. It's like, oh, wouldn't it be funny to get Trombone Hero? Well, this is kind of like that. And again, I'm playing this on Steam. However, I'm hoping it's going to come out to like the Switch or maybe modern consoles as well down the road. But to play it on Steam, you just use your mouse is all you need, and you like when you pull down, it goes up. You can change it, you can flip it, so if that's the easier way to do it. But it does make sense once you start playing it. And then either just click the button or maybe click the space bar is usually what I do to play these games, and it just matches up. And for some reason, it just reminds me of like the graphics are like Wii Music, and then sometimes the background graphics are kind of silly and fun in a very kind of Monty Python-esque way. So it's just like it's so cool, and I love the fact that we have a new rhythm game, and the name is Trombone Champ. And this is the game I think we've been needing. Now, me personally and me selfishly, I've been waiting for a new viral rhythm game to pick off and get some steam, no pun intended, and become the new thing where people say, ah, I can make an indie game on the cheap. This game was less than a gig to download. I forgot how many, it was like 400 megs or something like that. Cost efficient too, I'm happy with 15 bucks. And maybe, hopefully, this will be the catalyst for other companies to say, hey, if they did it with Trombone Champ, could we do our take on it too? And then maybe we can see a revival of rhythm games coming to modern consoles, modern platforms. And I'd love to see that, because I love rhythm games. I've seen some of those TikTok videos that my kids watch. Kids today don't got no rhythm. They also don't got no grammar, if I'm saying double negatives. We need more rhythm games in our life. We do, I know. And Trombone Champ may just be the thing for us to take off and do some fun. So there's a reason everyone's talking about Trombone Champ. It's just silly. When you first hear it and see it, you can't help but to chuckle. Just how kind of, you know, silly it sounds and everything like that. It's still a fun game. It's still a great game to just, like, you know, play around with and everything. You know, I played it for a bit. You know, even my kids, you know, they were kind of giggling about it. You know, one of them played it for a little while too. And it's just one of those games I had to talk about because and even if you don't play Steam games like me, I don't play games on Steam. Not that I have anything against Steam, it's just I don't have a computer good enough to run most games. I've purchased a few of them. Before this one, I picked up that Poppy's Playtime because my kids kept talking about it, and it runs terrible on my laptop. Now, maybe I just need a new laptop, or maybe I need a gaming laptop or something like that. I don't know. Something that can play Steam games and capture footage at the same time. I'd love to stream them on Twitch if I could, or stream them on YouTube or wherever I'm going to be streaming games. But Trombone Champ plays good enough for me because it doesn't require all these, extensive, requirements to play these games. I've seen footage from maxed out, Cyberpunk and all these other things. Like, man, that looks great. It looks better than my PlayStation 5. It looks better than my Xbox. These Steam games that with maxed out capacity. But that's also an investment that I can't get into. I'm okay playing the games I have on my consoles, so I don't have to think about it. But when I saw Trombone Champ, I had to check it out, and maybe you have to check it out too. So I just wanted to let you know, video today, Trombone, yeah, here's me doing a video on Steam, believe it or not. Trombone Champ, the way to go. So glad I have it. I'm gonna be playing some more of this. And as we exit, if you would please rise for the Star-Spangled Banner.